Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Lion's Den with Seth. I am Seth. I'm one of your hosts today, and we're going to be talking about why we joined the military. This is another discussion in the den, and so y'all need to know why individuals do the things that they do. It's not what you think. Do you think that it's because we're highly patriotic? Do you think we was just trying to run away from something? Who knows? But we will be talking about that. So if you're seeing this, hit the share button because this might be some information that you want to let individuals know that are interested in coming into the military, specifically the Air Force, because that's what we can speak to. All right. Now I'm about to bring in the rest of the den, and we're going to talk about these individuals, especially Herm that's in the background trying to moonwalk. You think he couldn't be seen. All right. But yeah, we can see you. Stupid.
They couldn't see me.
They can see you. What's popping, man? How y'all doing, fellas?
Good, man.
Yeah. What's going on, Larry? Uh-oh. You good?
My mic went out and then it's back on, so I'm good now.
Good. All right, hold it. We don't want nothing to change. Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, full disclosure, we're pre-recording this because we got a lot of things to take care of on Sunday. So we're just going to do it the way we do it. But it's Sunday for y'all right now. But today is what? What's today, y'all?
Wednesday, man.
There it is. So don't get twisted from that. So, but other than that, how's your week so far? How's your hump day?
Mine's good, brother. Been working. Didn't have practice today, thank God. But we got parent-teacher conference tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And the kids out of school tomorrow and Friday for parent-teacher conference. What is this?
Man, this is what it is. I get see. So the teachers need mental health days.
Yeah, man, they need a break. You know what I'm saying?
They need a break.
Yeah, man. I ain't been doing nothing but working. You know what I'm saying? And we just had fall break camp where I work at. You know what I'm saying? So the people that they drop their kids off to us, and I'm supposed to entertain them from 9 to 3. Hey, working on my nerves, bro.
Yo, just like you say how things are entertaining, I'm sure you're giving these kids something to.
Man, I think that's a good compliment for the movie, though, man.
Well, look, ladies and gentlemen, what he's talking about is the Lion King, and we'd be
the Woman King.
The Woman King, right?
Don't ever disrespect the Lion King like that. But go ahead.
See, you're out of line. But first, Larry, all right, y'all. Larry just saw it. So, Larry, what did you think about it, bro?
I thought it was a good movie. I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
What you take away from it?
Hey, there's some women warriors back in the day. That's what I take from it. It ain't just all men dominant. There's some women out there that did their thing to contribute to, a kingdom.
Right.
So I enjoyed it. My kids enjoyed it, man. I thought it was a good entertaining. I don't want to ruin it for the folks that ain't seen it yet, but it was pretty interesting when that little snafu unfold. Yeah, gave us some motivation, but that was a great movie. I enjoyed it. I don't know what Herm over there shaking his head about.
Man, I enjoyed it too. I thought it was really good. I thought it was very. Bro, it was.
You know what? Listen, look, you already know it's always something loaded with her.
Bro, I enjoyed the movie, man. It was probably one of the better movies.
You and your girls watch it. Yeah, you and your girls watch it together.
Me and my wife watched it. You know what I mean?
Why you ain't take the girls?
I wanted to watch it first to see what was going on. You know.
Now,
what I mean?
would you let them watch it?
Yeah, I mean, I let them watch Wonder Woman and stuff like that, other fantasy stuff. So I mean, why not?
You see what you're doing. You see.
I'm just saying, like,
go talk to you. That's why. No. Ain't doing it.
Viola Davis, 7 years old, whooping people behind. Hey, man, so it's all good.
It's some good movies coming out too, like Teal. I like that. Black Adams. I think I'm gonna go check that out.
I'm gonna see that.
Wakanda Forever. I'm gonna check that out. There's some good movies coming out in the next few weeks.
Wakanda Forever, man. I'm ready to watch that.
I want to see the tribute if they do one.
I think they might, but here's the thing, man. I'm just tired of seeing them pulling out black men. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm observing. You know what I mean? That's what I observed in Woman King. A whole bunch of weak dudes inside that movie. You know what I mean?
They weren't weak dudes. The women was just they were dedicated. No men, no kids.
Look, but you do have to understand that there was a strategy to that, right? It was a reason why.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So it was but within the movie, listen,
Yeah,
you're being out of line. You're being out of line. Listen, for example,
oh my goodness,
there was some strong men. You're talking about one person in particular that was highly not right. That's just overwhelming, not a masculine man. Okay,
man, it was an entertaining movie. I'll put it like that.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, look, hey, we're gonna get off of this because he's this way. Anyway, y'all let us know what y'all think about The Woman King. Was it a good movie? Scale of 1 to 10, and let us know, what do you give it? Okay, for me, I give it about a 9.5.
Wow,
9.5. I do. And say what, Larry?
It was better than Nope.
I ain't watched no.
I ain't even gonna talk to you about that because you know what, your ass probably still don't get Nope.
That's way better than Nope. I was so
because you don't get it
at Nope.
I was not going to watch that for sure.
You know, all right, look, apples and oranges. The
I give it. I give it a good.
Nope. You didn't like Nope because you had to think differently from what you saw. You was like, nah, Nope is too much. It make my head hurt.
I give Woman King a good 7.5. I give it. Okay, I think it's a good movie. It's definitely worth watching.
Okay, what you give it, Larry?
I give it an 8.5, 9. I thought it was good, solid.
I give 9.
See, no, hey, look, I'm surprised you say 7.5. Listen, y'all, look,
because that's reasonable, man. I mean, it's not nothing. I got to rewatching. For me, when I give things a 9.5, that means, man, I really want to watch this. Like Coming to America. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, give me a movie. We're gonna land this right here. Give me a movie recently that has been a 9 to a 10 in your eyes.
Man, I don't think there is any, because everything is so microwave now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, they don't develop characters like they used to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So like Coming to America, and then you look at the sequel to Coming to America, it feels like a rushed movie.
Yeah, I watched it.
You know what I'm saying? But the original, man, it's like, you know, I could watch that over again right now.
Yeah.
Friday, you know what I'm saying? Like Friday, I could rewatch that stuff again right now. That's the movies that I give 9.5. First Black Panther, the Avenger Endgame, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna want to rewatch those. I don't know if I could do without watching Woman King again. That's why 7.5. A good movie.
Got it. All right. So look, man, we're about to get into this, ladies and gentlemen. But don't forget, let us know what y'all think and why. All right, because we do care about what y'all think. But and Larry, he's got some issues going on with his computer and his video. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about why did I join the military? Okay, why did I join the military? Individuals join the military for multiple different reasons. Sometimes it's because they want to carry on a legacy, right? Their parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and all that, Vietnam, all of that, everybody was in. But then there's sometimes you want to do something different, okay? And sometimes it's just situational. You want to get out of a certain situation, or just, for me, the environment. So, Herm, what you think, man? Why did you join, bro?
Okay, so for me, man, I was a below average student. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like it was because I couldn't retain it, because I didn't barely go to school. You know, I was a person that wanted to do what I wanted to do, right? Mm-hmm. So I wasn't that great of a student because a lot of times I was failing because I missed too many days.
Okay.
So when that happened, I had it fixed in my mind that school's not for me. Mm-hmm. You know, and I carry that mantra with me to this day. You know what I mean? That, you know, school ain't for me. So now that I know school ain't for me, what's next? Right. Factory, you know what I'm saying? For stuff that I could see, factory sell drugs, right? So I was like, okay, let me try to sell some weed, right? So, you know, I'm doing that. And next thing you know, people that shouldn't have no business knowing where my mama lived, came to my front door, knocking on the door, saying, I heard you got this and that. Okay. I'm like, what?
So look, what? Hey, wait. This is what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna stop with the mess, okay?
I'm giving you the real story. Like, you know what? Let me down,
bro. Wait, so
that is true.
Before you came to the military?
Yeah, this is true. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is
Trap King, huh? Kingpin.
I only had 1 ounce, man. So I knew it wasn't for me. You know what I mean? 16 dime bags. That's what I had. Okay. So I did that, and then I worked in the factory after that. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, what am I going to do? Nobody was really sitting me down and talk to me about what I should do. But the good thing about it is that I come from a military town, military parents. Even though nobody sat down directly told me, you should go to the military, I was like, okay, maybe the military. So I really went in there with no plan or no direction for myself. No, I just knew that I didn't want to sit around here. You know what I'm saying? Something was pushing me to go into it. It wasn't I wanted to defend my country, anything like that. It was like, man, what am I going to do with my life?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, man. So mine was more or less, I want to A, get outside of Detroit, you know what I mean? And B, I was looking for a challenge in just life, right? Because I felt as though I've accomplished, seen, or experienced so much at such a young age that I was like, okay, is this it? You get what I mean? It was almost like that. Like, is this it? And so I would connect with different individuals. Now, the school I went to, right? Shout out to Benjamin Oliver Davis Technical High School, one of the smallest at the time high schools in Detroit. There was an aeronautical school, right? We learned how to work on planes, design them, fly them even. And the ROTC was Air Force ROTC. Okay. And we had individuals that, will graduate and they come back, they do the RAP program, right? For those that's the Recruiters Assistance Program. And you can come back and show individuals, look, I got a new car, I'm wearing blues and everything, right? But okay, nothing but like E1, E2. But it was just something to look up to. And so I talked to my ROTC teacher and was like, yo, I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Like, I really don't like school, but I love to learn, you see. And so he said, well, if you are looking for a challenge, you got the military. And I said, so which one is the hardest one? Right. And he said, well, technically the Air Force, but it's not necessarily the hardest one. I think that's one at the time when he was telling me, the one that you had to put the most brain power in. You get what I mean? And certain individuals think that it's hard just because they had to think more. Right. But I was like, yo, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm about that life. And then, the rest is the rest is history. Now let's see what Larry got. See if his stuff come back on. Can you hear us, bro? Oh, all right, wait, nope.
You muted or something.
You're muted or your microphone ain't working. Yo, but his internet look clear. I think time in history.
Yeah, it look good, man.
There you go. Say something, Larry. Nope. All right, man.
Check
Look,
it.
Yeah, we might have to go ahead and there you testing.
Yeah, man, you was almost there. You were 5 steps.
I'm good.
There you go. There you go. There you go. You in.
The box is
all right.
turned off.
Okay. So look, tell us why you joined the military. So we just got done talking about the right before you enlisted. Okay. So where were you at and what was on your mind?
Yeah. So right before I enlisted, I was working in corporate America. I was working in.
It went off again. I think it went off.
Yeah, I wanted to hear this too.
It went off.
Still talking off, like...
Yo, Jesus Christ. It went off, man. Yeah, stuff.
I'm getting a new router, so I don't know. I'm just going to log off.
All right, man. We all right. It's good, man. We'll holler at you. All right.
Well, let me tell you about my experience, my recruiting experience, though, right?
Yeah.
So, like for me, man, I had I pretty much did it myself, right? Like, I went to recruiter's office myself, and did the whole nine. The only thing is my stepfather told me that I should join the Air Force. Now I come from an Army town, so I ain't know nothing about the Air Force. I didn't know nothing about the Army neither, but you know what I'm saying? I was familiar with the Army because that's my dad, and you know what I'm saying? I'm from Fort Campbell, Kentucky area, right?
There you go.
So all the recruiters was cool except for the Air Force recruiter, man. The Air Force recruiter was the biggest nerd, I swear, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a senior airman. Everybody else was like senior NCOs, you know what I mean? But let me tell you how the Marines played me, right? So in my town at the time, it was all the recruit. It was a strip mall. It was a strip mall, and all the recruiters were in the same thing. Like you had the Navy, you had the Army, the Air Force, Marines, and the Navy. They had their own doors, you know what I'm saying, and their own buildings, but they were all right there, right?
Okay.
So I'm talking to the Air Force. I'm listening to my stepdad. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna join the Air Force. I'm walking over to go talk to the Air Force, and the Marine recruiter has a pull-up bar outside of his office, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, hey, I see you about to go walk over to the Air Force, but hey, let me see something real quick. Let me see how many pull-ups can you do? You know, I play football all the time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. I jumped up there and did about 12, right? Mm-hmm. And he said, oh, yeah, you ain't ready for this. You need to go ahead and go to the Air Force. Yeah, I appreciate you coming over here, but yeah, you made the right choice. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, I joined the Marines, right? Man, he had me. He read me. Them recruiters got mad game, man. You know what I'm saying? The Army recruiters buying me food. The Navy recruiters telling me about all the girls he got. The Air Force recruiter barely talked to me. I'm like, why am I joining the Air Force?
Right.
How was your recruiting experience?
And my recruiting experience was ridiculous. And this dude was like, hey, so are you interested in so I finally made it there and everything. I said, yeah, boom, Air Force is it. This is how I said. He was like, hey, well, we're gonna do this ASVAB and everything, boom, boom, boom. So he showed me all the jobs that I was qualified for, right? It was a nice little list. And then let's say, hey, you ever thought about this? Is how it got me. You ever thought about running a club? I'm like, what? Bet. Are you serious? And look, this is before I was DJing, before I got into all of this. I'll say, yeah, there we go. Dream job. You telling me y'all gonna pay me to run a club? I'm on it. He was like, really? You like that? I'm like, sign me up. Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, you make club sandwiches.
Club salad. I feel so quick, bro. I'm cooking. I'm like, wait a minute, where the club at? Oh, yeah, right. Club sandwiches, club salad. You know, I was so mad. I'm like, yo, but that's how they got me. And what it was another show I was on, but apparently certain recruiters that's in certain areas of the city, they target certain career fields, right? So he was really pushing this, even though I had like two type of technical jobs and mechanical job and all this other stuff. It was really like, why is he pushing me towards this? But he made it appealing, and he knew at the ripe age of 18, oh, yo, you'll love this.
Yeah, you don't know nothing.
Bruh, don't know nothing. Watch him. You know what I'm saying? Passed everything flying colors. The ASVAB, not the ASVAB, well, yeah, ASVAB, but the physical and all that. I was just ready to go to get this club popping. Nope. Now look, my question is for you was when you signed up and all this other stuff, right? What was in your mind? Did you think that did you know what you were going to do initially or what?
No, I didn't, because I went in open general, right?
Oh, okay. So you didn't. Okay.
Here's this is why what I'm talking to everybody out there.
Yeah,
it's important for you to take, even if you don't know nothing about the military, for you to take your kid and walk them through this process.
Yes.
I was 19 years old kid. You know what I mean? I my priorities was all jacked up, right? So I told my recruiter, you know, they had a job for me working telephone wires, right? Working on telephones and stuff. But it required me to leave before my summer break. I said, I'm not doing anything before I'm enjoying my summer vacation. That was my priority.
See,
think how dumb that is. You know what I mean? Nah, I need to enjoy my summer vacation. You know what I mean? I don't want to do anything before my summer is out. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, okay, well, if you want to do that, you can go open general. And, you know, when you get over there, you can pick whatever job you want then.
Wrong.
Okay, that's what I mean. Why didn't you tell me that in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Yeah, you could pick security forces or service or, you know, food service that I did. You know what I mean? So I was like, it's important, man. And if you don't know nothing, try to get with somebody that's not too far removed.
That's right.
Because, you know, when they too far removed, they don't really know what they're talking about anymore. Or somebody that's still in, you know what I'm saying? That has some time and grade to what, you know, that's been in for a while. Preferably a senior NCO, but, you know, have them walk through the process with your child, man. Do not let, because the recruiter's job is to do what's best for the Air Force.
That's it. Not
Yeah. Not worried about what's best for your child, man. They got a quota, they got certain jobs they got to fill, and it might not be what's the best suit for your child. But if they got the ASVAB scores for it, they're gonna slide them in that position.
Absolutely. Right. You know, it's funny too, man, because I should have asked my boy Brad Bills. That's my dude, man. And he did recruiting for some time, man. And he talked to me how the game really is, and he never knew it, right? Because I cross-trained as I was in, and I said, yo, I did not come into the military to be on somebody's grill or to be somebody's, what's his name? Richard Simmons. You dig what I'm saying? Working up at the gym. I'm like, yo, what? I don't care about this. I wanted something that I can monetize when I come out, right? So I cross-trained to be civil engineer, to get certification in heating and cooling and everything, right? Technician. But Brad is a brother of mine, real good, solid friend, but he ended up going over to be a recruiter. And he explained to me that, yo, these recruiters don't really give all the information to the kids and or parents, right? Because again, to your point, it's that quota. So he made it his point to give them as much information, informed decision, but then also so he can make his quota. So I'm glad that you said that, man. The other thing too, I would like to say is that when individuals don't know about the military, to your point, find someone that has been in that can talk about the general thing about being in the military, but the specifics, I highly encourage them to, if they can't find a person that used to do recruiting, an individual that's been in for at least a few years, just a few, right? So, and then someone that's around your child's age a little bit. You get what I'm saying? So like if you're coming in 18, there's someone that's 20, 21 that you may know, you see? But now, were you afraid, man, real talk, when you first came in?
Nah, man. I remember when I first came in, landing in San Antonio, right? I landed in San Antonio on my baggage claim, and I see everybody sitting Indian style, quiet than a mug. And I was like, what is going on here? And I walk in, I was like, hey, man, why are y'all so quiet? I know what's going on.
You was that dude.
Yeah, like, hey, man, why y'all so quiet? But the TI didn't see me, but training, the called technical instructor or training instructor.
Yeah, training instructor.
They didn't see me that I said it. You know what I mean? They came running over to where we was at, started yelling at somebody because they were smiling.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell am I at? You know what I mean? It was that was a crazy experience. I found a lot of that. Here's the first part that hit me. It wasn't about scary, but I felt a sadness, like a homesickness when basic training started, and I wasn't getting no letters to begin with. You know what I mean? I wasn't getting no letters.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Now, what time of year did you go in?
I went in August.
Okay,
so it was hot in the mug outside, man.
Yeah,
a lot of Black Flag days out there where you can't do nothing outside.
That's right. So I went was too high.
Yeah, I was there from August, and then right before Thanksgiving is when I left.
Now see, I went during Christmas. Actually, I went December 2nd, right? December 2nd, bro, and I was there for Christmas and New Year's. You see what I'm saying? But now you talk about the letters. Now how did you feel? Like, when did you actually start getting letters?
So the first couple weeks I didn't get one. You know what I mean? And you sitting there, everybody's getting letters and whatnot.
After that,
And you know what's funny is that everybody's girlfriend turns into a fiance when you in tech school or when you're basic training. Everybody's engaged. I wasn't no different. You know what I mean? I was engaged too. You know what I mean? And so I'm not getting no letters, but everybody else is, and it affected me. You know what I mean? It affected me so bad. You know what I mean? That I kept asking the TIs like, "Hey, is there no letters for me?" He said, "No, not." I was like, "Damn!" Like nobody give a
nobody
like what's going on? You know what I mean?
Right.
The first time I broke down twice in basic training. The first time I broke down is when I got my first letter. It's like somebody gave me water for the first time.
Who gave you your first letter? Your girlfriend?
Yeah. She finally, dumbass finally wrote me. You know what I mean? motherfucker. She finally got me out there all out of sorts.
Yeah, yo,
You know
you was in
like,
your second place, right?
Like, yo, no man, you right me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So anyway, so that was the first time I broke down. The second time I broke down was in church.
Yo, did you?
Yeah, man. I'm like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you got. So what happened? You got extra spiritual.
yeah. Everybody gets spiritual when they, you know. And it wasn't that basic. It was hard. It was just you get homesick. You know what I mean? I never been away from home that long. You know what I mean? And I haven't never been away from rice that long. I was like, damn, I can't have my rice. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but you got issues, man. You know, my first time, I think the hardest thing for me was the adjustment of the hurrying up and just doing things because they yelling at you.
Boy.
Like, for example, ladies and gentlemen, there's this time, and I don't know if they do it now. They might not do it anymore, but you get a key that has a lock on the side or around it, right? That lock is for your wall locker.
Yep.
Okay. I'm in the middle of the night. They finally didn't got us up in there, boom, 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 you know, got processed in. Just like, now put your lock on your, put your lock on your joint. But the locks are different. You can't just lock it and unlock it. Okay. When you lock it, you can take the key out. But when you unlock it, the key stay connected. All right. For some reason. So my silly self, here it is, 2:00 in the morning. I'm locking the wall locker with the key on it, and now I'm choking myself. I don't know how to get it. And then he yelling, hurry up and do. I'm like, and I'm choking. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what is going on? This ain't a real lock, and you triggered. Okay, but then when it came down to the letter, right, is my girlfriend too. I'm like, man, ain't nobody. Because what happens, and just to paint the picture for everyone, at the end of the day, your TI sit down and give you like a little brief of what's going to happen the next day. And everybody sitting down in Indian style, like you said. And then after that, he has a stack of envelopes, right? Those envelopes are the letters. And then he just say last name and he just throw them at you. Just throw them. And I'm looking. Oh, this guy dude say, no, man, that's me. Boom. I'm like, yo, okay. But then so finally, I would say about a couple of weeks, I got like 3 of them. It seemed like they was holding them for me. You know what I'm saying? Then just boom, it all came out. But man, I needed that, bro. I needed that. Do you know now what was one of the funniest things? I'm gonna give you one of mine, man. As we were not in processing, but putting our stuff outside of our luggage. Taking the stuff outside our luggage, and then only bringing the things that we needed, and it was putting it up. One dude had some swimming goggles, right? He had some swimming goggles in his bag. And so we had 2 TIs that was there. The one TI that was next to me that saw the guy's goggles, he called the other TI that was on the other base. He said, Sergeant so-and-so, oh my goodness, you need to get over here. Stat, right? They're talking all crazy, right?
Yeah,
that
like,
voice. What's going on? What's going on? He was like, we got someone here that thinks that they're going to summer camp. What do you mean, sir? Tell me, what do you mean? Look at these goggles, man, bro. And you're not supposed to laugh. Right, so I'm just holding this in, and they messing with this dude, and everybody. It's just crazy, man. But what was the funniest thing for you?
The funniest thing for me, it happened to me actually.
Oh wow,
man! So when you're in formation, you're not supposed to move, right? You're supposed to look straight ahead and not move.
Yeah.
So there were some pigeons fighting up in the dang on rafters, right? And so they fighting their ass off too. So I'm looking up at the rafters at formation, watching the pigeons fight.
Right.
This
watching pigeons fight.
Pigeons fighting their ass. I'm looking like, damn, they getting down up there.
Right.
And so I'm looking at the pigeons fight, you know what I'm saying? Forgetting I'm in formation at attention, right? And then next thing you know, it was like Senior Airman Hauser. I think I remember his name. He was tall, about 6'3", right? 6'4". He ran up in my face. He's like, Trainee, what do you think you're doing? I said, Sir, Trainee Brown reports his order. The pigeons just caught my attention, sir. And this little short midget ass TI ran up on me, and I had to look down on him. Right. He said, I bet I can get your attention. I wanted to laugh so hard, man. I was like, man, I'll beat your little ass to death on this pavement.
What did he do, though?
Huh? He's looking up at me like he's trying to yell at me, right? He's like 5'2". Right. So I'm looking down because first the 6'4" dude is talking to me. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at him like, Sir Trainee Brown Porter's order.
Right.
I'm like, Sir Trainee Brown Porter's order. You know, the picture just caught my attention, sir. I bet I can get your attention. I'm looking down like, oh, who said that?
Who said that?
Man, I was like, Lord have mercy, man. You know what I mean? But one of the interesting things that happened in basic for me, man, is the true melting pot, because this is people from everywhere. Yes. I met a white person that claimed he never saw a black person before. See? You know what I mean? So you bringing all these people from all around the country, all different cultures, all together, and now you're trying to build a team with them.
That's
right.
What
I'm saying, under stress, you know what I'm saying, and all, you know, learning, and we eat together, we sleep together,
right?
You know what I'm saying? You have conflicts together, you know, I think that's one of the better things that the Air Force do to you is put you in that environment and like, okay, now y'all live together.
That's right. And that you're absolutely right, man. And to give you small tasks and say, hey, this needs to be done, figure it out. You get what I'm saying? But do it together. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's real good, man. And I can remember that time where that was my first time truly being friends for a cause, right? But truly making connections with other people that don't look like me. Here I am coming from Detroit, right? Anytime I see someone that was of other race in my neighborhood, they was there for different things, wrong things, right? So never really to connect with you or to have friends, right? So by doing that, I remember my first interaction. This was on the 24th. It was Christmas Eve. So the guy that was sleeping next to me, he had a bunk next to me, right? And then he was just sniffling and everything. I'm like, yo, what's the problem? You know what I mean? He was like, look, man, this is my first time away from my kids like that. You see what I'm saying? Because I was there during Christmas, right? So he's like, this is my first time away from my kids, boo, boo, boo. I said, man, listen, just consider this. I'll never forget it. I said, this is one Christmas. Knowing I didn't know this for sure. But I said, this is one Christmas that you're investing to change your life and your children.
Man, boy,
you know what I'm saying? Because he was crying his ass off, but I just had something in me to just say, hey, just consult him. Because check this out. At this time, bro, this was like maybe week 3 or 4. And during the holidays, now that we know, being in the military, everybody kind of chill on out. So the TIs ain't on 10. You know what I mean? Nobody really checking on you like that. So I'm going back and forth to the BX now. And I remember calling my mother, bro. And she's like, baby, you okay? I'm cracking up eating candy. I'm like, yo, is this it? For real. Now, different now, but when I went in, it was only 6 weeks long. Now it's like 8, 9 weeks.
Same for me. Yeah.
Right. So I'm eating candy. I'm like, wait, no. This is basic training. But keep this in mind, when you got a mother that was you already your first TI, and then I'd had karate class before that. So when I'm coming to this, and
you took karate,
Taekwondo actually,
bro, you over there, Bruce Leroy? Okay, let's go.
No. but you know what I'm saying. When you come from an environment where yelling and all that is second nature in a way, it's like okay, this is little, and plus they're not even yelling right. They sound funny. But when it came down to this young man, I'm like, yo, man, look, you can do this, boom, boom, boom. And I saw that was a very pivotal time in individuals' lives. You know what I'm saying? Because again, Christmas and New Year's, bro, it was different.
That's the tough time. I had the same situation with a dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was I always looked at him like a real frail looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was crying because he was away from his fiance, right?
Yep.
And so I said, I swear, man, it's like I almost said the same stuff you did. I like, remember what you doing this for, this, that, and the third.
Yep.
I did that for the first 2 weeks. Third week, I was like, man, hey man, you need to be quiet so I can go to sleep, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he be crying every damn night. You know what I'm saying?
He was crying.
I'm trying to, he's crying every night, man. We had week 3.
Right.
Come on, dog. Like, I ain't gonna keep on telling you everything's gonna be all right, man. We on week 3, man.
Would you say, look, would you go give him something to cry on?
No, but this cat he's the one that got honor grad. Like
really?
DG, he's the one that was there like this. Crying ass dude got DG. Bro. But yeah. I was with them for the first 2 weeks. Third week, I was fed up, man. I was like, hey, man, because for something come early, you know what I mean? We got to get up and start running early. You can't be crying every single night, dog.
Right. Now, here's something else. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those that do or interested in it, you have jobs to do in basic training. You have details and you have responsibilities.
Right.
One of my details was the brass. I think I was cleaning brass for, I forget what it was, but then also the floor sweeper and the shoe aligner. Isn't that the dumbest thing? But it was better that than being the latrine queen, right? So it was me and my homeboy. We had to find a way to get the dust from underneath the beds because did you notice, man, back in the dorms, the old dorms, where they had the dryer connected to a certain vent that will bring the dust cover, like fragments of the dust cover, back into.
I didn't know that.
Did you not know that?
Mm-mm.
So if you ever looked at it, this is back in the day, right? They don't probably do this anymore, but it was the game. So because every night, you telling me every night you
dust.
The next day, and so I looked at it. I said, "Wait a minute!" And here's my overthinking, critical thinking. I said, "Wait a minute!" I took this little piece of like dust, quote unquote. And I looked at my dust cover. I'm like, and I'm pulling on it. I said, this is the same thing. And I looked up and I was feeling warm air. It's coming. It's the dryer, bruh. It was the dryer. And it just blew my mind. But what was your job? Did you
I was on the latrine crew.
Oh, you was the latrine crew. Hey, so
no, I wasn't the queen. I was on the crew because the latrine queen picked me to be on there because we and him was boys.
But now were you one of the individuals that say, hey, y'all can only use this one at a certain time? Y'all did that?
Or ain't no showers tonight.
Right, those for real.
Yeah, we did that, man. Like, ain't no showers tonight. If you ain't get anybody, you ain't no showers tonight, man. You know what I'm saying?
Serious?
I was also the dorm guard monitor. I got fired from that. You know what I mean?
How you get fired from doing that? Was it? Oh, you had night shift?
Here, one time, because you got to give a reporting statement, right?
Yeah.
So I remember one time, I had a woman TI, Tech Sergeant Cornelia, right? So she binged it was at nighttime. She binged the thing, the door, right? So I went to the intercom and I hit the button, but I forgot what to say. So I was like, beep, and it's number air, and I let it go. I was thinking about what I need to say. And Tech Sergeant Cornelia said, beep, how about trainee? I'm about to get drop kicked in the throat, reports as ordered.
What?
I was in tears laughing, man. I'm like, yeah, that was funny as hell, man. I'm like, yo. So I couldn't say nothing for a while because I'm over there laughing. I'm like, she said, how about trainee? I'm about to get drop kicked in the throat, reports as ordered. I'm like, that was some good shit right there, man. I was like, whoa.
Bro,
she came up and said, you're fired. I'm like, okay, good. I can go back to sleep. Right. Hey, did you ever do like dorm guard at night?
Oh, wait, no, I take that back. I did, but they didn't mess with me.
So I did dorm guard at night, but I was messing with the other trainees.
How was you able to do that?
So, man, this is how your psyche is kind of you're wired. You're wired when you're in basic. You know what I'm saying? You're wired up even in your sleep. So I would go up to people while they sleep. And but I'd be like, give me a 341, right? And I swear to God, man, some of them will get up, go to their wall locker, get a 341 and hand it to me. Don't even know they're doing it.
Bro, that is horrible. You're going to hell for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, what he's talking about, a 341 is like a little sheet where you're supposed to keep at least 3 on you at one time. And that's where a TI or someone of senior authority can write something good or something bad on this. And then they can give that to whoever your TI is, right? Or they just keep this as a record. You know what I'm saying? So your silly ass waking people up in the middle of the night.
They didn't never wake up. They were still sleeping.
They were sleepwalking.
Yeah, sleepwalking. I'm like, give me a 341. You know what I'm saying? And then, I had one person get up and go to his wall locker and get me one, and other people would still be sleeping. And if you see them snatching at their leg, and
thinking that it's in their
and they go back to sleep.
Wow.
Bro, that's how wired your mind is when you
and then also too, man, it's a transition and it's so scary. You know what I'm saying? Because if you've never been through that before, you're like, okay, I don't want to do nothing wrong. Now, speaking of transition, and I'm gonna paint the picture for individuals, right? So while you have a wall locker, you have your uniform and you have your blues at this time, and you have everything lined up. So it's your responsibility to make sure before it's inspection time that every little string is off. You light it and use tweezers to pick everything off, right? Everything just have to be perfect. But what happens is they let you know, hey, we're going to be checking pockets because they have inspection sheets, not sheets, but little tags. Like if y'all remember back in the day, old Fruit of the Looms, they have inspector number 220 inspect your draws. Later to find out that was actually a prisoner. But anyway, thing is, they will be inside of your uniforms, either your BDUs or ABUs or whatever the case it is, and even your blues. But did you know that the TIs will communicate with one trainee, give them a whole bunch of them, and wait until at the end of the night, and probably whoever's doing dorm guard to in the middle of the night to go inside and sprinkle whatever type of inspection sheets, like little tags in different individuals' pockets. And so so those are called the dorm modes. All right. And so when you wake up, you thinking your joint is all good from the night before, you don't check. You see? And so when it comes down to your inspection, they go through there and they're like, wait, what is this? Because that happened to me before. And the TI that checked, and this is how you knew he knew it was mine. He passed 3 other individuals and came directly to mine and went through this one pocket and had a handful of these joints. I'm like, yo, right? And he said, you know what? You're lucky you from Michigan, because I'm from Detroit and he was from another part of Michigan. He was like, all right, I'm only going to give you 1. You couldn't get more than 3. And this was the last, he just gave me 1 on that joint, man. But
before you get recycled.
Yep, before you get recycled. And recycled, ladies and gentlemen, mean that you go back to week 1, or you can go back a previous week, no matter where you were at. But at this time, this was like week 4 or 5 at this time.
So at any time while you was there, did you regret the decision that you made?
You know what? Not really, man. I think I didn't regret, but to your point, I was homesick because I was missing good cooking. You know what I mean? I was missing my family, friends around the holidays. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But low key, I was kind of tired of the same old same. So I was looking at every situation as something new, something I've never tried before. And so that was something that kept me going on. Now, what about you? Did you ever regret it?
No, I didn't. You know what I mean? But again, I felt like the whole time I was just going with the flow because I didn't know what was going to be next. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't know what my job was going to be.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know nothing. So I was just kind of just going to the next day. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't too bad. This wasn't too bad. Mm-hmm. I never felt like anything was so challenging to me there that where I was like, I was about to get broken.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I never felt like that, but it was more along.
Did you see anybody that did experience that?
Oh yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I had one dude. I was cool with him, a little white dude, man. I was cool with him until he started saying the N-word. Yeah, he's like, you know, this is what I'm from New York. It's what we do. I was like, oh, okay. Well, no, I don't do,
bro.
Yeah, you know, yeah, because again, you got people that's coming from all these different places.
Yeah,
they're accustomed to all these different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I seen people ready to jump people in basic. You know, and then it was the first time experiencing. Even though I played football, you know what I mean. I never really showered after a game.
Yeah.
Now I got to take a shower. All these dudes in this bay. That was weird to me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you get big bay showers and stuff like that.
Yeah, open bay. Yeah.
Like, this is straight up weird. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be doing all this crap.
Mm-hmm.
But there was never a time where I regretted or I felt like I was going to break. But I've seen plenty do that. That's why fast forward, and when people tell me, you know what I'm saying, they wish they would have joined the military because they'd be retired by now. I like, you have no idea what this journey entails.
That's true. And they don't know if they could really have made it. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I mean.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we rag on all types of folks, like, yeah, boo, boo, boo. But we know, like, okay, you probably would have cracked during the first week. I remember seeing this dude, bro, and he ended up going to, I forget the name of the flight, but it's the flight where you they kind of out process you because you have some issues going on.
Yeah, right.
It's something they call it like Disney, whatever. But the bottom line, Mickey Mouse Club or something. But this dude was caught trying to slit his wrist with a plastic fork, bro.
See what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? Like, and I mean going ham, like, hey, yo, like, he said, I just need to go. I need to go. Look, and you know what I mean? So some individuals can't take it, but part of that basic training is to help you to
realize,
unlearn the things that you know and say, okay, now it's time for you to learn something else. And individuals have a problem adjusting, even in basic training,
bro. You know, and it's crazy. Like, you know, they say a vet is a vet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that. But I met somebody who always wore this Army PT jacket, right?
Okay.
I said, oh yeah, how long was you in? They ain't make it out of second week of basic training. Man, I swear for
valor.
Huh? I like, damn, you wear that jacket that much? You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even make it to learning a job yet. You know what I mean? All you learn how to do push-ups and sit-ups.
But he got the colors,
you learn how to do push-ups and sit-ups and run around a track and okay.
But my question is that person still considered a vet if they didn't even make it to the operational military?
Absolutely.
Even in basic training.
They served.
Served what?
Just like you did.
How did they serve?
They was in basic.
Yeah, but basic is not is it the military?
Well, think about it. What if they worked in the defect while they was doing it? They served the potatoes that day.
No. I'm talking about in basic training.
Yeah, it's still military. You enlisted.
Bro, so even if you don't make it out of basic training, you're considered a veteran?
Technically.
No, fine. That, ladies and gentlemen, somebody need to let me know. Okay, because
you're a veteran.
Bro, look, if you can't. No, veteran of what? Of just lining up in a single file. I don't get it.
Veteran of PT. You know what I
mean? Veteran of the push-ups, I guess. Yeah. But you know what? No, but to your point though, I believe that there are people like that. Maybe not that extreme. Are you serious though, man?
I swear for Lord, man. I promise on everything, man. Told me that they didn't make it out the second or third week of basic. So I'm like, oh, okay, well.
No, bro. You better than me. You better than me because I need to see this in writing. Because you won't even have a discharge form, would you?
Yeah,
like an 14.
You have to.
In basic training, look, bro, your stuff's still wet. Like, what are you talking about?
You have to, man. You know,
they can erase it.
They gonna get VA claim and everything.
Oh,
100%.
No, they ain't. But so I would just say, man, going back to the original point, man, I don't regret it. Right now, don't get me wrong. There was times while I was in the military, I was like, yo, I am straight. Now keep this in mind, right? I'm aging myself. When I came in, Clinton was in office, and I was like, yo, this dude is cool. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going to no war. This is the best time to go. My grandma said the same thing. Yeah, baby, cool. Y'all ain't going to war. This to do. As soon as I get to my first base and in process, right? And we have FTAC. FTAC stands for the First Term Airman Center, right? So our FTAC was like maybe a month, and now they got like down to a week, but it was maybe a month. So after that, we get a chance to meet everybody, boom, boom, everybody that come out of tech school after you learn your job at the same time. I get to my job, they were like, hey, Airman Miller. I was like, yeah, that's me. You're about to deploy. I said, that ain't me. No, bro, cat deploy. What is that? Well, have you been watching the news about Kosovo? Like, who is that? I didn't even know what Kosovo was. No, I'm not tracking. All I know is I'm not supposed to be going to war. I'm like, well, no, you're not going to war, but you're going to support a conflict. Like, no, bro. I remember specifically, I told the dude that was in FTech with me, I was like, man, look, I need to go and I'm about to go find some weed to smoke because I'm going back home. He was like, why not? He's like, what you mean? He was like, man, you in the best place to be, man. It was just crazy. But right then and there, that was in my first base within the first, I'm gonna say about a month and some change.
Right.
Yep, that's when, man. And but this was the good thing too. I was deploying, was there at Whiteman Air Force Base. That's in the middle of Missouri, right? Nothing is there. The town outside of Whiteman is named Knob Noster with 2 stop signs, two stoplights. Stupid, small. But anyway, so we went from Knob Noster and went to Seymour Johnson, okay, and we're supposed to go over to Pakistan to help support, but no, Kyrgyzstan, excuse me. But the thing was, we were flying on a C5, okay, that's a Carrier 5, and those that don't know, that is the world's biggest hoopty with wings. All right, we stayed in at Seymour Johnson for 2 months because they couldn't get the engine to work right. And when we finally made it off the ground, we stayed another like week in England. About time we finally got the plane ready, Clinton was like, hey, look, we're sending everybody back. We're done with this conflict. So that was my indoctrination to a deployment. So it was gravy.
Yo, did you hop back on the plane that they was trying to get working for a month?
Yeah, but so, yeah, and I did.
Ain't that some scary crap, dog? Like
crazy. But this is the deal. This is what I finally learned. They know how to break the plane and know how to fix the plane. Okay, they know, and so they get the extra tax-free. All this was so when you're a young airman, you're just coming in, you're like, Lord, that person, they just using my body, and I'm about to go die. I'm about to fight something. I don't know what I'm doing, but you're not directly in harm's way, and I think that's the main thing I want to make sure that our audience know, as far as the jobs that you pick, right? The conflicts that's going on, and what the Air Force mission truly is. Now, what about your first deployment, man?
So my first deployment happened right after September 11th.
Oh, wow.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I remember I was chilling one day. I was asleep, actually. I was sleeping. I was stationed in Alaska. And my then girlfriend calls me and wakes me up, you know what I'm saying, my nap, and screaming in the phone, we're being attacked. My dumb ass runs out the front door looking to see where are we being attacked from with no gun in my hand. I just ran out there in my damn drawers. You know what I'm saying? Like, we being attacked, like where? What's happening? You know what I mean? Right.
Like, hey, she got your back. Hey, when you're 341. Oh,
yeah, I know. I'm out there looking for the attack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, me and my drawers are going to do something.
Right.
So anyway, so she said, turn on the TV. So I'm looking at the TV and I'm watching, and I'm still not really contemplating, like, understanding what's going on, right? I'm like, okay, so these planes running in the building. Next thing you know, the base calls me. You know what I'm saying? Telling me I need to be in my uniform, bring my bags, whatever. Okay. Not that I was leaving at that point, they was doing a bag drag. So, that's it was like a complete night and day difference of what just happened. Because before that happened, it was just really the front gate was, clear, wasn't that big, no muss, no fuss to get on base. It's like a snap of the finger. They had sandbags around, you know what I'm saying, stuff blocking where you can't even get on base, like, like the turrences, you know what I mean? Like you can't, no straight shot. I get in base and, you know what I'm saying, they check in my bags and they say, hey, yeah, you're about to get ready to deploy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting ready to leave in 2 weeks. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. You know what I mean? I don't know why I'm excited. I'm just excited.
Right.
So I'm in Alaska at this time. It's about 10 degrees. My first deployment is Oman Air Base. You know what I'm saying? Thumb rate. It's 110 degrees over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was it's like you said, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't directly anywhere.
Right.
I was supporting the war mission from a pretty safe location.
Correct.
So, but let me ask you before we get ready to wrap this up, man. I feel like nowadays, a lot of parents, I could be wrong, it's just what I observed. A lot of parents push back more today on their children joining the military. You know what I mean? It's more of a, I don't want my kid joining. I've heard various different reasons of why they don't want their kids to join the military. I don't want to know if you heard that, and what do you think of that mentality?
Well, I have, and what I think about that mentality is that it normally comes from individuals that don't know anything about the military, nor have they even served. So what they do, in my opinion, is project their fear, right, and on to their child or their niece, nephew, cousin, whatever the case is, because they have their own reservations. And some of their thought processes, I believe that their thought processes are connected to something that's politicized.
Right.
Meaning it's because of this president. Like my own people, they will say, oh, look, Clinton's in office, do. You don't understand, that person does not dictate if we go to war or not, right? It's so many different things that goes on. So when parents or adults that's trying to detract their child away from the military, I believe by and large the issue is a lack of information and a lack of education. But what you think? Same thing?
I think the same exact thing, and I think it's sad because is the military for everybody? No. I don't think, of course not. But there's nothing out there. There's nothing out there besides a nice bowl of ice cream that's for everybody. You know what I mean? But I feel like it is a place for a young man, a young woman to become a better person or grow.
That's right.
Because now they are up under you. You know what I'm saying? And they want to have to figure out conflict resolutions and figure out different things, figure out a job in a structured environment that has a level of stress. If you can make it in the military, there's a good chance you can make it in a lot of areas.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Because in the military, they equip you with certain skills from an early age.
At young age, yes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to leadership, development, teamwork, mentorship, and being a follower.
Yeah.
All that stuff. And then they teach you a job and pay you while they teaching you this job.
Why they pay you? So then when you get out, don't forget about the education, right? Yeah. So then you can go to you can take the educational route, free college. You can leave with debt free, right? Leave debt free. And the other piece of it is too, when we're looking at future jobs, you can now say you have the experience without the debt versus kids coming right out of college. They don't have the experience. They have their certificates or they have the degree, but they don't have the experience. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the analysis, it outweighs, but I highly encourage, and that's what we can do closing up, man, is for our parents out there, do your research because your children are depending on you to give them an informed decision that's not based off of your emotions, right? Just because you scared you don't want your baby to, but don't you want your baby to get out the house? Don't you want them to gain a level of skills and
independence
and soft skill independence, right? That you may not be able to give them. And to Herm's point, they get it in a controlled environment and then they can mess up in a way, but still, without killing themselves or other people, it's still controlled. But what you think, man? What would you tell parents, man?
I would tell parents this closing out, man. The military for a person like me who needed more structure, who wasn't ready for school, you know what I'm saying? And again, like needed more structure because I was a little bit out there. The military helped put me in a position to where I was around a lot of great leaders and bad ones.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It was the perfect learning environment for a person like me. And honestly, there's no better, not to my knowledge, better retirement program than the military has. You know what I'm saying? To where we collect the money right at 20 when we decide to push the button. You know what I'm saying? I'm over looking at people, they got to wait till they're a certain age or something before they're able to get their retirement.
Yeah.
So I, like you said, Seth, man, do your research. Don't completely write it off. don't completely write it off when your kid is talking about. First and foremost, for me, if your kid can go to college, go to college. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? For me, they want to go to trade school, go to trade school. If they have a direction that they got,
yes,
lead them to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to be a cop, lead them to that. But if it's like, I really don't know what I want to do, because there's so many different jobs in the military. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what they want to do. They want to be a graphic designer. We got that. They want to be a dental hygienist. We got that. They want to be a firefighter. We got that. They want to be a cop. They want to be working public affairs. They want to work civil engineering. There's all these different jobs. I bet if you can think about it, it's there. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So consider the military route if your child is struggling with that direction, so that way they're not idle and wasting time. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to learn something.
And also too, so that they're not there and then something happened and they become stuck. You understand?
Yep.
And we know, and look, that's a whole nother conversation.
Then they're gonna have to go back and try to do my first job.
Bro, listen. All right, we're gonna leave that alone. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully y'all enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you think. Let us know if this makes sense, and let us know if there's something that we didn't touch on. All right, let us know, because we're always here to want to grow and to connect and develop with everyone. But until then, y'all take it easy and keep it greasy. Later.